Well, it's a gray day. Might snow later. It's about -5, and I've got my map here, and I'm gonna ski into another lake, another small lake chain that I haven't seen from this lake yet. Got my lunch in my pack and my safety gear, and got my climbing skins in the back here, because after I run out of my own set track going to the north end of the lake, I'll have to put on the skins for the deep powder. So I'm off to see what there is to see. Well, I'm lucky my track that right here is inside a snowmobile track has not blown in. So I'm making really good time and burning not much energy. But this will run out soon, and then I'll have to break my own trail. Time for the climbing skins. My trail has run out, and I know that I'm going to need them with these waxless skis. You warm the skins inside your coat, your fleece, before you put them on. That helps them to stick on easier. I need 2 hands for this, so I gotta stop filming. Kicker skins are on, ready to go. This is how deep the snow is near the shore. If I was not wearing skis, I don't know if I could get back to camp alive. Okay, now the work begins. It's not bad out here on the Windpack part of the lake. As soon as you get to the shore, the snow gets lighter, airier, and drifted up. But I'm out on the Windpack part here. It got quite warm yesterday, and the strong winds, I think, have settled the snow a bit more. So this is not actually too bad with the skins on. I keep filming the tips of my skis, but I should show you the boots, because that's the place you tire out when your boot goes way, way down. So that's what it looks like. Not too bad. Every once in a while the snow feels like jello, and that's because it's slushy. Look at that. If I needed a drink of water, I could get that. That's water on top of the snow. And my skis have enough flotation to keep me... Whoop! I spoke too soon. It's soaking up. I gotta move. Oh, I got a little cocky there to show you that. And I got a ski. Hopefully it's warm enough and I didn't get globs of ice on my skis. That's soaked up in the track real quick. The entire north end of the lake here, on this arm, anyway, it's a long bay, is underlain by slush. If I ever lost my skis and had to walk, it would be, this is where you can get into real trouble here, because you post hole right through into slush, and that slush back there was about, I'd say 3 or 4 inches deep, maybe 10 centimeters or more of liquid water. And you could be in big trouble and possibly lose your feet or die being far away from camp. So it's very important to always have your skis and snowshoes and repair gear to get back. This is a lot of fun exploring on skis on lake canoe route type trips where you haven't been before. This looks like a trail, I think, but there's no sign of a snowmobile track or something. That's interesting. I would have thought people would have been up here to fish in this little lake unless it's got no fish in it. Give it a try. Fresh saw cut. It's really nice to see people out on Crown land maintaining the portage trails. The government rarely does that anymore. It's a shame that they don't, because this is part of our cultural heritage. But it's good to see that the locals are doing their part and maintaining the trails, because that's what it's like right there without trail maintenance. Almost at the lake. Next lake. I've never been here before. Where to ski, where to ski. Beautiful stand of red pine here. It's all red pine there. Well, it's not all red pine, there's jack pine mixed in. And all along there, on the top of the ridge, is mostly all red pine, and there's some white pine and jack pine in there too. This lake being smaller is not as wind packed. You can see where my boots are going down in. So every kick and glide is, well, it's not a kick and glide, it's a walk and sink. Better than the alternative though. And here we don't have mountains to climb, so we can't bag peaks for the view. But what I do is I bag lakes, or I find new lakes to ski to and snowshoe to, and that's what I do here in the flat country of the Canadian Shield. We have thousands of lakes like this, and the most difficult part is finding information on portage trails and access. But that's what I do instead of climb mountains. There's a peatland over there with an inflow, and they're always really interesting to check out, so I think I'll ski over there and see what there is to see before I go home. Here's the lip of the peatland, and here it is here. It's not big. We have huge ones here. This is just tiny, but it was on my way, so I thought I'd ski into it. There's little stunted black spruce everywhere. This is underlain by peat. This is there'd be sphagnum moss and the ericaceous shrubs in here. And about 5,000 years ago, this was the bay of this lake, and it's been it was shallow, and it's been filling in, driven by mosses and acidic type plants, and they build up peat, and this bay has been filling in, and here's where we are today. Give it another 5,000 years or 10,000 years, it might be out there. So here's your carbon sequestration in action here. I'm glad I'm wearing this wool. I can work very hard, and the wind is actually cutting through it. I got fleece underneath that, so I got no shell on. I got wool pants on as well. The only shell I have is these gaiters. And unless it gets really cold, it's not very cold right now. It's only, I'd say, -5-ish, -6. If it was -15 or 20, I'd have a shell on, but it's actually nice wearing the wool and having the wind pull the moisture right out of it. Well, that's enough photography. I got about a 2-hour ski home. It was a good day ski exploring. Quick safety note here on sand spits or eskers. I don't know if you can see with the contrast, but there's a distinct spit that comes out very thin. You can see it on the map and air photo. That's probably a tail of an esker. There's lots of red pine and jack pine in the understory, and here we have black spruce and jack pine and a few boulders here. Well, I suspect this is a bit of an esker, and they almost always have groundwater discharging through them. I skied through here an hour and a half ago. I was coming back, and look at the melt channel. Melt hole. No, it's not very deep because I'm right on the shore here, but I deliberately skied on the shore and not in the middle, because I've seen open water in thin ice. It's got deep snow there, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually skim ice and you could fall through there. There's underground groundwater coming through and discharging, and I'm pretty sure this is what this is. I'm just going to grab my ski pole here and I'll show you how deep it is. So I'm right on the shore, and I skied through here thinking I was on the shore, but I wasn't. Look at that. Now if I had fallen through, I would have gone up to my knees maybe, or my skis would have. There's a rock right there. But that was totally, I barely made it over there. I had no idea. So look at your maps and look for those spits, sand spits, and do not ski through the open water. Either ski over top of them along the shore or hug the shore. Last year I went through a narrows. I thought I was on the shore and I fell through in a formation just like this. Can't be too safe out here, especially when you're alone.